I'm here for this few-day workshop offering some expertise about our land-based coral spawning techniques that we've developed over the last 12 years. And we build systems in the UK, and we send those to many places around the world to support reef restoration activities and research about corals. So we have developed a system, an aquarium that has a microprocessor attached to it, and that allows us to replicate all the environmental conditions that trigger the corals to reproduce. And we do that in land-based systems because we can actually manipulate the corals to spawn during the day. And it means that we can get access to the eggs and sperm during these reproductive events to create new baby corals that can be planted out onto the reef to rebuild the reef. We started 4 years ago with the company, and in that time we've sold 70 systems all around the world, from the Pacific, the Red Sea, even in the Caribbean, in the Northern Caribbean as well. So it's directly applicable to any location in the world, really. So the goal really is, coral's a bit like the buildings of a town or a city. It's where everything lives. And so we need healthy corals to allow all the other life on a reef to thrive. Everything up from fish, turtle, sharks, it's all dependent on the coral itself. And so the goal of our system is that by spawning and rearing new corals, we build that structure of the reef back and allow all the diversity that occurs on the reef to thrive. Corals are so important because they are the foundation that builds the reef. They provide income for fisheries. Obviously the structure the corals provide allows the healthy fish community that obviously is then there for a fishery to bring food in to fishermen. The corals as well are really important at stopping coastal erosion, preventing storm damage during hurricanes. So corals are the foundations of making sure there is a healthy ocean. The goal is very much to help species that may be threatened for extinction. So can we breed the remaining individuals that are left to repopulate and create more of that coral? So the goal of me attending this is to sort of share the experience and the ability of this technique and the potential that it can have. So while there's no direct link to Bonaire yet, it's sort of explaining the possibility of what can happen, and hopefully we can develop partnerships over time. I think one of the positive things about Bonaire, I've traveled to a number of different Caribbean islands and seen the health of the ocean. There's still lots of healthy reef on Bonaire. There's obviously lots of challenges, but I think it's a really positive time to be protecting the reef, making sure that it remains healthy into the future. And I think Bonaire is a great example of well-managed reefs and the kind of restoration work that has been going on and how we can continue developing that. So it's a fantastically positive outcome.